Welcome back to CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory. We are getting into the second heat race of round 2 of the main event tournament here at the Freedom Factory, where we will have the Candymen taking on Chasing the Elliots. I've already seen some very interesting matchups so far, which has led the Intimidators all the way once again into the final matchup. They bring 122 points with them into this matchup, which is a very impressive total. Considering at the Battle of Bristol, when they came into the final round, they were actually down on the King's Court when the King's Court had brought 160 points with them into that round. But I digress. The roster is set. The clock is set. Now all we need is to set up the track. Once again, everybody, thank you for sticking with us through all of these segments. I want to keep the segments separate so it's easier to look them up, and so everybody can look them up or look up particular matches and not have to worry about going through the full event or me having to do all-out post-production and separating them. That being said, let's randomize the qualifying order here with 5 seconds qualifying. And we got the checker car for the Candymen starting out on the outside pole there, with the checker car for Chasing the Elliots starting in the 3rd spot behind his wrecker car. We're going to see how this all turns out here in the second heat of round 2.
To your cars.
We're going to determine who goes into the finals to face the Intimidators right now. Thank you all once again for sticking with us here at CWRL. The pace car is about to come off the track. And the green flag is out. Clock is on. The wrecker car getting an early lead here with the checker car for Chasing the Elliots, chasing them down. Trying to get the lead and score some points here right off the bat. Oh, and a car is flipping. The insanity. What car just flipped? Something tells me it was a wrecker car. For the Candymen, that's not good. A bit of bad news there. That wrecker car doesn't catch up quick. He's going to be put a lap down by the leader, who's the checkers car for Chasing the Elliot, and right now they're scoring points with every lap they lead. That could be 10 more points if he gets put a lap down, but he's got quite a gap between him and the leader, about half a lap. So we'll see how things unfold. It's very likely that that wrecker car is going to work his way back up through the field. And we have the wrecker car for Chasing the Elliot playing the wingman position here in 2nd spot. Meanwhile, we've got traffic jammer for Chasing the Elliot up in 3rd spot. Now these traffic jammers, they usually shouldn't be able to keep pace with the leaders. Their cars are designed and programmed to be inferior to the leaders, but the driver's aggression, all of that other stuff, their ability to drive those cars is still all maxed out. So these drivers are the absolute best you can get, but those cars should not be able to keep pace with the leaders, and yet here we are. You can see him driving them down a little bit. Meanwhile, the checker car for the Candymen is in 4th position here, as he's trying to catch up to the leaders and maybe prevent Chasing the Elliots from running away with this. But Chasing the Elliots already came into this with a 45-point lead advantage over the Candymen. So the Candymen really do have their work cut out for them. They pretty much had to lead from the get-go and get those victory points and lap as many traffic jammers as possible, but I just don't see that happening for them right now. We get back to the leader here, and you can see that he's still holding the same distance that he had over the wrecker car, his partner there. Chasing the Elliots, showing the way, having led from the drop of the green flag. Can't say it's been all green and clean, but it's been all green because we don't have cautions here. If your car wrecks, that's your problem. That's a problem for your team, and you know, you want all those cars to perform and be at their best. See the top three: the wrecker car, the checker car, all within close proximity of each other. It looks like the checker car for the Candymen wants to make a move on the wrecker car here for chasing the Elliots, but he's just not closing the gap as much as he needs to. But he's taking those peaks on the inside. And he gets a good run here coming into turns 3 and 4, and he's going to complete that pass against the wrecker car here for chasing the Elliots. Now he's going to have a chance to chase down the leader and potentially stop this runaway for chasing the Elliots. As you can see that he's working on the 17th lap, and that's 16 points. The chasing the Elliots have scored. We've got 11 minutes left on the clock here in this second heat. And it looks like, yep, that's a traffic jammer car there that just went a lap down to the leader here. That's 3 more points there for chasing the Elliots. As he works into turns 3 and 4, you can see that there's more lap traffic on the horizon. And it's still the wrecker car here for the Candymen, still running far back here in the 9th position, not able to make any real headway on these traffic jammers, despite the fact that his car is set at max performance equal with those of the checker cars. Not able to capitalize on superior equipment. And worse, pushing his equipment so hard he is wrecking himself, and with that, he has been put a lap down by the leader here. Chasing the Elliott, making a dominating performance, has just put down the wrecker car for the Candymen, who is running now in dead last position on the track. You can see the chasing the Elliott has pretty much a full straightaway advantage over his competition in second there, who is feeling some heat. Car for the Candymen, trying to chase down the leaders here. Meanwhile, the checkers car here for the Candymen is falling back into 4th position with a traffic jammer for chasing the Elliots, still holding tough here in 3rd, has not been put a lap down at all, holding the lead lap here with pride, and a very impressive performance here for such an inferior machine. Got chasing the Elliots, putting down more points here as he comes up on another Candyman car, running in 7th spot here. Chasing the Elliott, the checker car, working through turn 3 and 4, completing 29 laps, and that's 29 points for this runaway. It's going to put them in really good position when it comes to challenging the Intimidators here in the final round. which it's starting to look more like it's going to be here, as we're halfway now through this heat in round 2 of Fight Nights at the Freedom Factory, presented by CWRL. You can see the checkers car here, still holding the front. About to put another traffic jammer here a lap down, and I'll note that the wrecker car here for the Candymen is also a lap down. He was put a lap down earlier when he ran into some bad luck and wrecked himself in the process. He is holding the rear in 10th spot and has been put down by traffic jammer cars. Meanwhile, the checkers car has taken the 3rd spot back from that traffic jammer car from chasing the Elliots. Still, very impressive performance from that traffic jammer for chasing the Elliots, for being able to hold the lead. Meanwhile, back up front, checkers car running away with this as he's trying to put 2 cars a lap down at once here, working the inside, has passed his own teammate, and now has just blown by another traffic jammer there for the Candymen. Working on the 3rd here with ease. Oh, gets a little contact there. It's a little squirrely, but still completes the pass. Moves up in front of him, does the slide job. Completes 37 laps so far. Got 37 points on the board for chasing the Elliots. See, just pulling away from this field in a very, very dominating position. And the wrecker car is in a distant second, more than a 1/3 of the speedway down to the leader as we speak. With the checkers car for the Candymen in a close 3rd, with a chance that he could chase him down here and take the 2nd spot. You got the wrecker car here starting to make gains again, even though he's lap traffic. He wants to catch up and get back to the leader, maybe get back on the lead lap and take those 10 points back from them. But all you can hope is that he does not screw up the opportunity for the checkers car here, for the Candymen. But checkers car here for chasing the Elliots out by himself, having cleared all the lap traffic, and it looks like there is 1, 2, 3 cars of lap traffic between him and the 2nd place car, and 4 cars of traffic between him and the checker car for the Candymen. Oh wait, no, 5 cars, as the wrecker's car is ahead of that checkers car right now, holding him up in a twist of events here. We got about 4 minutes remaining here in this heat race as CWRL's Fight Nights at the Freedom Factory getting back up to the leader, coming around complete lap 46, 46 points in this clean sweep here for chasing the Elliots. Getting a nice solid point total for when he goes out to challenge the Intimidators. They made out decently, even though they didn't get victory points. They could have gotten 85 points and been at 147 coming into this round, but they did not get those victory points, and so all they have is 122 points. But that's still a good total to go into the finals with. Chasing the Elliots, still putting on a clinic here in this heat race as we have 3 minutes remaining. Catching up here to these traffic jammers, one on his own team. The Wrecker working through traffic here. Trying to take these positions back from these traffic jammers. Get his side back, work in the top 4 potentially. And the Checkers car here is on the Wrecker's car pretty tightly. Battling for that second position. Hoping potentially catch up. Maybe a catastrophe happens to the leader. Can take some points away. But it's looking very unlikely as they came in with 9 points into this event that the Candymen will come out of this event on top. But we have 2 minutes left and we need to finish this heat race, and the leader has wrecked. The leader has wrecked. The checker car has taken the point with 1 minute and 49 remaining in this sudden, unexpected twist of events. We'll see how many points the Checkers car can lead and how many laps down to traffic these cars are. You can tell it looks like chasing the Elliots is trying to make a recovery here and work back through this lap traffic, through these traffic jammers. But it looks like he is back in the 3rd position as the Wrecker's car here for chasing the Elliott is in 2nd spot. Now this car wants to catch up and take the lead and prevent those victory points being taken from chasing the Elliots as we work into this final minute here. We're going to move into helicopter perspective, see where all of these cars finish out as we get into the final 45 seconds. And you can see that there are quite a few cars here a lap down. Now the interesting thing is the Wrecker car for the Candymen still a lap down to the Checker car for chasing the Elliots, who is only 2 seconds back from the leader as we speak. We work the final 30 seconds here. Looks like it's going to be 2 to go at the line. As the clock winds down here, as we're under 10 seconds. The next flag will be the white flag in the final lap of this heat to determine who goes to the finals. And the Checkers car here trying to rally in the final lap here. White flag is out. Showing a miraculous comeback, but I think it was all for naught. As we look at the final lineup here, and we see that the Wrecker cars here were battling for position, but the Checker car was not ahead of that Wrecker car, so those 10 points got taken back by Jason the Elliott, or by the Candymen. We're going to have to sort all this out. This was a very, very chaotic round. I appreciate you all sticking with us as we go through these point tabulations. So, all the traffic jammers, though, we can say, were successfully lapped by the Checker cars. So that will be 9 points each per team. And each team has led laps. But chasing the Elliott with the point advantage coming into this round and having led more laps may have the deciding advantage. So that being said, let's calculate the points for the Candymen. 9 points for leading from the Candymen. 9 points for traffic jammers being lapped. That's 18. And then to cap it off, 25 points for winning the heat, which brings them up to 43 for that round, which will give them a grand total of 52 points. Unfortunately, just shy of the 54 points that Chasing the Elliots had already scored. Now let's see how Chasing the Elliots had done when it comes to leading laps. Checker car had cleared all lap traffic. Okay, that's where he loses his lead. 52 points for leading, plus 9 points for lapping cars, gives them a grand total of 61 points on the round, which is pretty identical to the performance that the Intimidators had when they went up against Hello Newman in the prior heat. For a grand total of 115 points. And the Intimidators will go on to face Chasing the Elliots in the final round with a very, very tight point battle here. And that being said, thank you all once again for sticking with us here at CWRL. We will be right back with the final round here at Fight Night at the Freedom Factory. Stay with us.